is cool.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda, and I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for grade level reading. Today, we have an inspirational book to share with you. It's called Wilma Unlimited, and it was written by Kathleen Krull and illustrated by David Diaz. Today, we have a special guest to talk to us about why she thinks this book is cool. With us today, we have runner Shelley Keeling. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Beth. How are you doing? And thank you for having. I'll have to say us.
Well, it truly is a pleasure. Can you share with us a little bit about your mother?
Yes. So, she turned 105 on May 15th. She was born 5/15/1915. She has seen much. She has struggled much. Her life was, I would say, challenging, in many parts difficult, and not solely because of in the historical context, for instance, of the world wars or the Depression, etc. But it was also being Black, female, immigrant, and poor in the 20s and 30s. So I told her I wanted her to come with me to a mini run. So my mother ran her very first race. It was a race. She was 67 and it was 3.1 miles. And when she finished the race, she said she felt as if she was coming up out of a hole, that she could feel herself like as if someone had watered a flower.
Wow, that's amazing. So her life's challenges really weighed her down, but through running, she found a way to lighten her burden. And I think that's very similar to the story that we have in Wilma Unlimited with Wilma Rudolph. She was afflicted with polio when she was a child and ended up being the fastest woman in the world.
In the world, that is correct.
And it was the daily discipline of the practice that she did and the exercise and keeping her eye on what was possible instead of listening to others tell her what wasn't possible.
I was a child when Wilma Rudolph was running. So Wilma Rudolph was my idol. I remember it was magical. I grew up in public housing and public schools. And I remember we didn't have like fancy classes we would go to or tracks in the area. So we would go out and race from one building to the following building, which was about 100 meters. But I remember carrying with me the fire of Wilma Rudolph. And I also, I was introduced to the idea and the importance of the Olympics because of Wilma Rudolph. And also that she had come from such adversity, and that adversity is the adversity that impacts the lives of many of us. It's not just, it was Wilma Rudolph and the polio. And then her family, they had to massage her 4 times a day to try to get her back to where she was, just to be normal. But the idea that she could face that kind of adversity and the adversity of poverty, it's same types of things that has touched my mother's life, that the same things that have touched my life, and that touched Wilma Rudolph's life.
So you discovered your passion for running and for fitness and created a business that aligned with the passion that you had. And now I'm looking behind you, I'm seeing all of these medals and these pictures, and I know that running and fitness has taken you around the world.
Yes, it does. I try to compete in other countries because then the competition is always steep. Plus, I love to travel, and it gives me a purpose with the travel.
Your passion for running and the dedication that you put towards running has really transformed your whole life, much the same way it transformed Wilma's life.
She was my superhero, my idol. You know, I was personally invested in Wilma Rudolph. So, but you know, it's like, but that taught me another lesson too, and it's a lesson I take with me now. You know, you can. Not every day is going to be the same in your life of running, and whatever your passion is, on whatever is your journey to fulfill your dream. You don't learn it all at once. You don't digest it all at once. It doesn't feel good all at once. You have disappointments, but the more that you get up again and you just try again. And that is a message. Just keep trying.
Really drinking in the cheers here. Ida Keeling, the 100-year-old. She's going to cross. I don't know if we have a record here, but Ida Keeling, the 100-year-old finishes. What a race, Julie.
I love that you helped inspire your mother. I love that Wilma Rudolph was such an inspiration to you, and I'm so thankful that you spent time with us today. I think you will be inspiring to many of the children who are watching this episode. Unfortunately, our time has come to an end for today, but I want to thank you, Shelley, for spending time with us. I think that this will be very meaningful for many, many children. Thank you.
And I thank you as well. And the one thing that I want the children to remember more than anything I've said is that I came out of that public housing and those public schools. So no matter how adverse your situation seems, it's not bigger than you are.
Wow, talking to Shelley Keeling was so inspirational and such a tie-in with our book, Wilma Unlimited. Wilma Rudolph was raised in poverty. She was a woman of color, and when she was young, she had polio. And the doctors weren't sure that she would even be able to walk again. But through her dedication and her family's dedication and the way that she trained herself and exercised every day and walked until she could run, and then she ran and became the fastest woman in the world. It's a story that still gives me shivers, and I hope it's a story that you find inspirational as well. Kathleen Krull did a great job of condensing the story into a book that you can read with your families, and the illustrations are wonderful. She also did a great job by giving us some words for our word bank. The first word for our word bank is the word luxury. Luxury, the state of great comfort and extravagant living. Living in luxury. The next word is the word paralyzed. Paralyzed. That means partly or wholly being incapable of moving. The disease that Wilma Rudolph had, polio, made the muscles in her legs not work right, and it took her years of therapy and exercise to be able to regain the use of her legs. Our next word is the word concentration. Concentration. That means the act of focusing one's attention or mental effort. And our final word for the word bank today is the word exhilarated. Exhilarated means very happy, very animated, or elated. For our activity this week, I wonder if you'd like to set some goals for yourself to see if your hard work could pay off. And you can keep track of your progress. I have a chart here that says progress chart for Beth. And I walk 2 miles every day. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get faster at walking. So every day I tried to go a little bit faster. And my chart helps to show me that I have gotten faster. So you can see my pace. I started out and it took me 16 minutes, well, 16.17 minutes to walk 1 mile. But as I worked on getting faster and faster and faster and faster, I got to where I could do it in 15.08. And I've got a little secret for you. Today, I was able to do it in less than 15 minutes. So that practicing and making sure you set a goal for yourself and then you hold yourself accountable to that goal can be a really fun activity and good for you as well. If you do set a goal and you make a chart, we'd love to see a picture of it. You can send it to us at connect@gradelevelreadingsuncoast.net. I found this book, Wilma Unlimited, to be very inspirational. And talking to our friend, Shelley Keeling, was very inspirational. I hope you are inspired and motivated to make yourself better in some way. I know a way to get better. It's to keep reading. Reading makes your brain strong and keeps your interest high. So remember, reading is the key to succeeding. Until we meet again, my friends, bye-bye for now.